Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm just doing a smaller job here, Pandozi, um, or lower mission, I guess they sometimes call it. But anyway, just doing this open area over here, and then 2 bedrooms, and I actually have a flight of stairs with a landing to do. And carpet is about 17 years old, I guess. It's very packed down and deteriorated in the traffic areas well, not surprising being as old as it is, although it's not really looking that soiled. She had vacuumed it, but I gave it a vacuuming again, making sure I got all the edges and corners really well. And so we're going to clean I'm going to start off using the Spinsafe brush because I want it to really lift that pile as much as I can here with this deterioration in the traffic areas. I think it'll need that, so let's give it a go. And just like that, we just tripped the breaker. Oh, they got a whole bunch of things turned on downstairs, I think. Like, oh, let's try this. Try this one. Look. And no. That's not the fault of the machine when it just trips without even turning on it, as it were. Nope. All right, let's go to the bathroom. Oh, we've got power here. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully this works. This actually isn't a very common thing to happen, actually. So, yeah, it's pretty rare. Even my MD180 would do that once in a while, and it's only 10 amps or 10.5 amps. So, anyway, away we go. This is a very good tool to have on hand. This brush. I know a lot of guys like to have a CRB, and if you want to pay the money for a CRB and you have the room in your vehicle, then more power to you. But I've owned them, operated them, and cleaned with them, and I don't see any use for them myself, but especially when I got a brush that'll work so well. And this will pull out hair like crazy too, and lift the pile anyway. So other than, yeah, I just don't think it's necessary to have a CRB, but that's just my view on it. But anyway, this is such a, I mean, this brush isn't all that cheap. I think they're a few $100. I can't remember now, $500 or more in Canada. But in the right places, it's an excellent tool. I did a video just recently where I was using it on a really long pile decorator polyester area rugs, and it did a very, very good job. I was really, first time I cleaned with this brush on one of those off-white things that are really hard to clean, and it did a phenomenal job. It really worked well. So it's a nice tool. And one thing to bear in mind, guys, if you're out there cleaning on a regular basis, you can't look at everything you buy for your business as being, it's not always about the cheapest way to go either. Sometimes you just have to have the right tools in order to do the job the right way, and I mean, to start off, you're always looking for ways to really cut corners and everything, but eventually you've got to splurge to get some really good pieces of equipment and accessories and things like that. You know, many of us start off, when I did 30 years ago, I started off with a rotary that I had. I bought it at a Judge Pearl store, come to think of it, I think. And it was only $200, but it served me really well for at least a year or more, and I made a lot of money with it. And I didn't buy a new rotary for quite a few years. I just kept my eyes open. I bought a few different used 17-inch rotaries over the years. Eventually, probably 10 years before I even bought a brand new machine, which would have been my first MD-180. But you can do an awful lot with a decent used rotary, and they're always out there. Facebook Marketplace, on any given day, there's probably half a dozen or so there. Just make sure you look for one that's in decent shape. Don't spend too much money. $200 or $300 would be about the most you should spend, really, unless it's really good shape, really new. And watch out for the weight. If you're using it for residential, you don't want to be getting a 110 pound machine. You won't like that. Oh, I guess I found a bunch of dog hair coming up out of here. Interesting. They have a black dog. I think I must have missed that spot when I vacuumed. You know, if you can find a good used Centaur Rabbit, which is what this is, you've got a really good machine, usually, because they're just built so well. You know, I've been, it's kind of funny, because when I decided I wanted to find a Rabbit again, because I owned one many, many years ago, I decided I wanted to find one, and one came up in Vancouver, which is about a 5-hour or so drive away from me, 4 or 5 hours. And so I contacted the person, said, "Yep, I'm going to come and pick it up," and I made an arrangement to get it down there, which, you know, it's a pretty big deal, really, because I got to drive over the Coquihalla from Kelowna, which is over a mountain pass. It was in the summer, though, so that part wasn't an issue, but still, it's quite a ways. And then, as I was getting all ready to head out within the next day or so, another one popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was one was right downtown Vancouver, another one was in Surrey, which is kind of a outlying area of Vancouver, Lower Mainland we call that. And so I contacted them. I said, "Oh, I'll come and pick that one up too." So I got the two of them for about $700 or so, or $750. Which was an incredibly good deal, really. And you know, I'll keep my eyes open, and I have seen another couple come up, but most of the time people are asking a lot of money for them. I'm not paying $1,000 for one, because if I pay $1,000 for one, then I'll just go and I'll just buy a new one. I guess $1,000 is all right if you, because these are over 3,000 new. But very good machine, very versatile. I mean, it's without the splash guard on, which is off right now. That's a 15-inch base, 1.5 horse, 2-speed, extremely good quality. These machines. This one is about 7 years old. Runs like new. My other one, which I use for commercial, is 21 years old. It runs like new. They're just built so well. All right, we're gonna do a switch over to extraction pad. I had to plug into the bathroom because the outlet on the bedroom there tripped. The breaker tripped.
It did?
Yeah. I turned the machine on, it turned off instantly.
Yeah, there's a plug right here.
I'm in the bathroom, so I'm fine as far as power,
Okay.
But just so you know. So that would be the one in the bedroom has tripped.
The plug in the bathroom is tripped. Or
No, the bedroom.
In the bedroom is tripped. That's why you're thinking.
Fuse box or on the plug itself?
No, the actual on the wall, not the one in the bathroom. No, not the ground fault. Not the ground fault. I'm in the ground fault now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go check the fuse box.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm using the green stripe, and this is a B side. I used the other side on my earlier job today, so I'll just use the B side here. And a whole pile of crap that the brush picks up and throws it onto the wheel there, or onto the tire. Anyway, let's do it. This is really looking pretty good. This will be a nylon, so they clean well, obviously. There's another pile of dog hair there. So the AstroTurf, the reason I chose it for this one is because, again, it's got the ability to really give a good scrubbing, which this carpet definitely needs. So oh boy, excuse me. I can feel it binding a little bit, by the way. So that means the carpet is really drying out that fast. I want to make sure I keep the carpet damp enough. I want it to be basically damp at least for at least 20 minutes. 30 minutes would be is actually the optimum window, I guess. Yeah, it was up against the edge over there, a bunch of hair. Guess I didn't get enough in there well enough with the edge tool. The doggy must lay under that desk. We'll deal with that before I'm done. You can see how packed down the carpet is. It's just turning into mush here on the steps there. Alright, let's head in here. You can see how flattened the pile is right here on the doorway compared to over here where it's never been walked on, obviously. Rather dramatic difference, actually. A little bit of fading out going over here over here too. I could see the difference in the color under the bed compared to beside the bed. It's actually faded quite a bit. Alright, let's put this away. Oh. Did I go back here before? I can't remember. I think I did, but no, I know I did. Okay, we'll go over to the top of the steps and then we'll take a look at the pad. And then I'll do the steps and the landing and then groom. Let's have a look. Not a lot of soil obviously on there, but it didn't look very soiled. Okay, so we'll go and do the steps, or the landing, and then the steps. Okay, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching and have a good day.